What's the deal, you guys? What's the deal? What's going on? What's going on? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new story time. What's going on, you guys? I told y'all, I told y'all, I told y'all, I told y'all. Y'all gonna get a story times either or a meet the cast video where I let you guys up on today and all that good stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So y'all got this one tonight, and y'all will probably get the meet the cast stuff tomorrow night. Y'all know I've been asleep all damn day. When I got home from work today, I left work at 1 o'clock. I got home. I was on the phone with Josiah to about 2:30. After I got the phone with Josiah, I took my ass to sleep and I woke up at 7:30. So that means that nap lasted me for about a good 4-5 hours. I got me a 5-hour nap and I feel refreshed. Okay. I got up in time to take me a shower, throw on some clothes in time for that panel, and I got it popping. Okay, like I be trying to get things going. But what's so crazy is I'm really annoyed right now because I was just asked to do a collaboration tomorrow with Oliver Twix. But guess what? I gotta work and I can't do it. That this is the thing where you're a full-time content creator and you work a full-time job and you're trying to sell a book and you trying to promote a web reality show that's brand new to the masses and you trying to get all this stuff done at one time. It's just crazy. But I won't complain. I promise you, I won't complain at all. I won't. It's nothing for me to complain about. Okay. Now let me tell y'all, it's cold in the A. Now I don't know about the D, but it's cold in the A. Like I can't go outside for shit. I won't go outside. I ain't got time to be outside. Okay. I ain't got no time for that. It's too cold to be outside. But I'm up in here with my bed. Ain't even made up. You could tell I had just woke up from a nap when I did this panel. Y'all know I don't be giving a fuck. Shit, this is real life. You know, when you get out the bed, sometimes you don't make it up, okay? And my heater is blowing in the background. I got this portable heater running. This whole room is motherfucking warm, okay? And I feel good about it. I don't give a damn, okay? I promise you I don't. But yeah, it's cold in the A. And one thing about it, this A winter be cold. Okay, like for real, it stay cold up in this bitch. But let me see what the temp is. It and oh, see, it's 30 degrees. It's below freezing, honey. It's below freezing, baby. It is definitely below freezing. And when you get up in the morning, for those you have to be at work at 6 and 7 and 8 o'clock, it's gonna be in the high 20s, honey. So yes, we're definitely in for some cold weather, child. It's gonna be 29. The low tomorrow gonna be 26 degrees, and the high gonna be 50. So it's definitely gonna be cold up in this bitch. Okay, period, point blank. Okay. But y'all know we get this thing started at the 5-minute mark. Y'all know I'm gonna talk to y'all for just a little bit. I see the Chasing Atlanta gang. They got their pictures out, honey. And let me tell you, they look good. That cast looks good. I want y'all to know that Chasing Atlanta, if y'all watch Chasing Atlanta, baby, that is gonna be a good show. I've been around them filming, I've helped them film. It's going to be good. Okay. Now I know you guys are looking forward to the show that I'm on and shit like that. I know y'all looking forward to that, and that will be coming out on December the 9th, and the trailer should be coming out soon. They almost done working on that damn trailer, baby. When I say I can't wait for y'all to see that trailer. Y'all think that Meet the Cast was pretty good and fun, but that trailer is something else. Y'all gonna see all the things we really got into. And I must say that we got a little buzz off that show. People are kind of looking forward to it, and I'm liking it. But like I said, tomorrow night when I get off of work, we're gonna do a little live where I let you guys come up and ask me questions after y'all see the Meet the Cast and all that other stuff. And for all the moderators that's in the building, make sure you guys are sharing the link to the Stylish TV platform so y'all can know where to go to watch the show. Now we're at the 5-minute mark, so let's go ahead and get into what we're here to talk about. And y'all do know that tonight's video is Story Time with Scotty by Nature TV. Okay. And this is where I tell my life stories. This is where I talk about the things that I've experienced. These are the videos where I tell you what I'm experiencing as we in real time. Like this is where I'm going to keep all my experiences at. You know what I mean? Let the reviews be the reviews and let the story times be the motherfucking story times. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, y'all know that I have told y'all many stories about my family and, you know, all of the things that I've been going through with my family members and stuff like that, and how hard it's been being the family scapegoat, and how hard it is being the black sheep of your family. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm talking about my paternal side of my family. That's what I'm talking about. I did a whole little black sheep, you know, discussion with Lexi McCullum, who is a part of Love and Marriage Huntsville, you know, Chris Fletcher's daughter. We did a live about being the black sheep, and we, you know, kind of exchange experiences and stuff like that. So with me being the black sheep on my paternal side of my family, in my immediate family, here we are. It's November the 10th, 2025, right? I'm age 36. I'm like a year and 2 months in living in Atlanta. And now I've decided to exercise the process of going no contact with my family members. And that is very, very hard for me, y'all. Very hard. But I decided to do this live because it gives me a moment to really reflect on my decision. And on top of that, it kind of gives people who are going through that right now, you know, the leeway to see that somebody is dealing with the same thing that they're dealing with and are struggling with the same exact thing that they are struggling with. So at this moment, I'm not speaking to the majority of my siblings. My baby brother and I, one of my sisters, we ain't like this, but we, you know, one of my sisters we still not really close, but she trying to like turn the wigs around and trying to like be in a decent place, but we just still don't really talk like that. One sister I ain't talked to in over a year. One brother I don't speak to at all, and another brother, we ain't got no beef. It's just that we're in two different parts of life and we don't talk. And then I have a first cousin who I used to be very, very close to, but I've decided to leave her alone and leave her be. And I feel like we would never have a relationship again. I have an aunt that I would never speak to again. And I have a grandmother that I have no interest in having a relationship with anymore. So I only really just have my dad. So this is where I'm at with it, y'all. My biggest issue with this family is that I'm always a scapegoat. I'm always the emotional landfill for them. And I'm the only one that refuses to live in this narcissistic, toxic laundromat of bullshit. Like, I refuse to live in that. And I feel like they don't understand that and they don't like that about me. But my thing about them is, have you ever been someone that has been treated unfairly, treated differently, and noticed that you are treated differently than everybody else? And when you call that out, everybody makes you look like you crazy, right? Everybody makes you feel like that never happened. Nobody validates you or your feelings. You're automatically dismissed every single time. And then you try to cope with it and move forward because you do want these relationships with these people. You do want that family aspect of it all. You do want that. But why do I need to kiss your ass to have that? And why do I need to agree with things that I know that I don't agree with to be a part of this said family? Why do I need to do that? Why do I need to go along just to get along with y'all when I know that I cannot be fake and live this fake ass Brady Bunch lifestyle when I know that everything is, none of this shit is cool and none of this shit is right. And I think a lot of it is, you got someone that's the matriarch of the family, and this particular matriarch is not perfect, and they know they're not. This matriarch is not perfect, but everybody bows down to this person because this person has done so much for them. They have nurtured them and all that. But the things that they gave to them, they did not give that to me. I wasn't nurtured by that person. That person really didn't do much for me. We could bring up shit that was bought for me when I was 3 and 4 years old. But okay, and that don't matter to me. When was the last time I played with a Nintendo? I don't care about none of that. It's the things that really matter that they wasn't around for and things like that. And that those are things that I had forgiven a long time ago. But the thing is, people really don't understand that when you let things go and you try to move forward and people bring up stuff that triggers the fuck out of you and you decide, okay, I need to take a step back and realize that no matter what I want from this person or what I need from them, I'm never going to get it. So I'm going to fall back. And when you feel like that's something that you got to do for you, but everybody else around you making you feel like you're a terrible person because you really don't want to have nothing to do with that person, that's really hard. See, the thing with me is I'm the only person that's going to stand up and call out the bullshit for what it is. One of my family members would be like, they did this to me. They made me feel this way and they were wrong and blah, blah, blah. They'll sit there and tell me this. The same person that they dismiss when they have similar feelings to the feelings that they're telling me. They'll dismiss mine, but they'll come to me and tell me the exact same feelings that I got. They come and vent to me about those same exact feelings that I've had, that they've told me that I was wrong to have. But they sitting up here having these same goddamn feelings. But the difference between me and them, I say it to this person's face. They say it behind their back because at the end of the day, they know that they need them. I don't need them. I don't gain anything by having them in my life. Why is it that my relationship with a matriarch of this family has any bearing on my relationship with a sibling or my relationship with an auntie or a relationship with a cousin? Why do the fact that I don't want to be bothered with that person, why does that affect y'all? Why do y'all feel like y'all got to step in and play super saver hole when I'm good? I just step away. Y'all would think that when I'm around this person, every time I see them, I curse them out. I'm disrespectful. I'm not. When there was a family function and that person was around, I always said hello. I always gave them that respect. I never gave them any disrespect. I never did any of that. When I walk in, I'd be like, hey, how you doing? And I walk off and go on to the people that I want to be around. And that's still not good enough. I give them that respect. I speak. I have no hard feelings. But I know that right there, that's not for me. I'm 36. That's a grandparent that I've never had in my life like that. For most of my life, the majority of my life, they wasn't around. So you can't expect me to have the same relationship with that person that you got. You can't expect that. It'll never be what it was for you. And I just feel like people want to force that on me. Like they want to force that. Like no matter how hard you try to force it, it don't work. I don't understand what else am I supposed to do? You feel what I'm saying? Like I don't get it. I don't understand. It's like, despite the fact that I feel like that person don't really care for me, and out of all of the grandkids, I'm the lowest on the totem pole when it comes down to that. And I know that I am because I'm the only one that speaks up. I still show that respect if they're around. Now, if it's a family function at that person's house, I'm not showing up. I'm not coming. Don't ask me to come. I remember one year it was Christmas and most of my family was over there, like my cousins and all that. They was like, hey, Scotty, where you at? I said, I'm at home then. They said, come over. I said, where you at? And then they told me they was at my grandparents' house, one of my grandparents' house. And I said, oh, I'm not coming. Nah. I don't talk to her. So why should I go? I think that's a little bit too much for me to go over there. I just keep my distance. I do that. I don't understand why me choosing to keep my distance is a big deal to anyone. It should not be a big deal to anyone. That's my prerogative. Because I know that relationship don't work for me, and I know that connection doesn't work for me in the least bit. Why do I need to be around them? So I look like the bad guy all the time, but I'm the same one that they run to when that same person pisses them off. When they feel wronged by that same person, they come calling me, talking to me about it. I'm their safe space. I don't have a safe space with these people. I don't have a safe space. I don't. Because you can call me and tell me how that same person that you're defending did something to you, made you feel some type of way, did some snake shit to you, all that. You can call me and tell me all that. But I can't call you and tell you how they made me feel. I can't call you and tell you how they dismissed me. I can't call you and tell you how they made me feel some type of way. I can't do that. Because you're gonna enable their bullshit when it's me. You know what I'm saying? When it's me, y'all are gonna enable the shit when it's me and be like, oh, you already know how they are. Oh, they just old. Oh, just move past it. It's okay. No, it's not okay for that to happen. It's not the fuck okay. Are you for real? It's not okay. It wasn't okay when they were doing it to you. So why is it okay for them to do it to me? And I would just sit there and watch that because for a long time, I didn't even, like I said, I didn't grow up with these people because my mouth was too big and I always spoke on how I felt like they were deadbeats. And that's the reason why a lot of them was upset with me as a teenager. And when I got to be older, I chose to put everything to the side. I had went to therapy and I was like, I'm going to move forward. I want to have a relationship with my siblings. I want to have a relationship with the matriarch. I want to have a relationship with my dad's sisters. I want to do that. And the thing about it was that shit lasted for me for about a year or two. It lasted for about 2 years up until I saw exactly why I was distant in the first place. So it's kind of like, how do you think I feel when I go to my matriarch's house for the first time and I see that they have no picture of me or my sister? And the only picture that they do have is a picture that we took in elementary school when I was 6 and she was 5 years old. How you think I feel seeing that? When every other picture is the picture of all my other siblings and their high school graduation and things like that, of their kids and stuff like that. But only one little picture that we had when we were 5 and 6 years old, none as adults, none as teenagers. There's nothing in your house that represents me and the sister that I have with my mom and dad. Nothing that represents us. And I go in there and I see that. We were never that, in my eyes, we were never that fucking important to that person. We were never that fucking important. But the thing is, I say that and I know that I'm not lying. And everybody knows I'm not lying. But they mad because I say that. They mad because I point it out. But the thing was, I forgave that shit in 2018. Like, I literally forgave that. And I chose to move forward. If anything, they brought this back to me. They made me feel the way I used to feel as a teenager all over again by doing the shit that they do. Siblings. I don't even know that they getting together to do shit. They went out the country last year. Didn't tell me about it till the week before they were leaving. They went to fucking Italy. They went to Paris and shit. Didn't even tell me they were going till a week before they left. And want to blame it on the fact that I didn't have a passport. No, I didn't have a passport, but I'm pretty sure y'all have been planning this trip for months. I could have got a passport had I had the right information. Had I had the information a long time ago, I could have had a goddamn passport. Y'all didn't want me to go. And that's okay. Y'all didn't want me to go. Y'all didn't want me to be there. My sister go up there to Jersey for Christmas in 2022. Didn't know nothing about the trip. My sister, my cousin, my auntie, they all go up there for Christmas. And I'm back in Mississippi, not knowing that everybody going up there to visit my dad for Christmas. I'm the only one who's still in Mississippi. Don't even know that they're going till again, days before, and I look up on Facebook, everybody got on matching pajamas and all that other bullshit, sipping on hot chocolate and shit, and I'm just sitting back in Mississippi in my bed fuming because I had no idea that they were all taking a Christmas trip to Jersey for Christmas. Had no idea. How you think that made me feel? Calling my dad for Christmas, he asked me why I'm not there. But when I say that, I'm the problem. I asked my siblings to support me for the Boss Baby Awards the first year I was nominated. Nobody responded. But when my other brother decided he wanted to propose to his girlfriend in Puerto Rico and asked us all to go, everybody decided to show up for him. Everybody didn't show up, but most of them responded in the text. But I got crickets when it was me. And then when I chose not to go to Puerto Rico, I was looked at like I was wrong. I'm not going. You don't support me. Why am I coming to support you? I don't give a fuck about your engagement. I'm not going. My brother was having a baby. I think he had like this engagement party and like a baby shower wrapped in one last year. And he wanted me to come, and I said, I'm not going. I went out on a date with Bando instead. I didn't want to go. And I was looked at again as the bad guy because I didn't want to go. And then I got bombarded with all these questions about why I'm not coming. And when I say why I'm not coming, I said, well, you didn't come to the Boss Babes to support me. You didn't even respond. He's like, I didn't think you cared. Why wouldn't I care about winning an award for my work? Why wouldn't I care about that? And why wouldn't I want y'all there? Bad enough, my mom just started a new job. She couldn't come. Bad enough, our father started a new job. He couldn't come. So why would I? So me asking y'all to come in their place meant something to me. I wanted my siblings to be there to support me and celebrate me. And y'all, none of y'all cared to respond. Y'all could have said, no, I can't go. Y'all didn't do that. Y'all didn't even do that. Y'all just didn't respond because y'all didn't give a fuck. So you want me to show up for you? No. So me and this particular brother had like this long talk, and I just told him the things that I should receive from my siblings, I receive it from my cousins. I don't get that from y'all. That support, that love, that bond, I don't have that with you guys. I got that with my cousins. He showed up to the Boss Baby Awards last year, but they wouldn't let him in because he wasn't dressed formally. But I appreciated him for trying to show up. So I'm thinking that we're on the path of rebuilding our relationship. And I started to see that I'm the only one making the attempt. I'm the only one calling, no answer. I'm the only one texting, no answer. I'm the only one FaceTiming, no answer. So about a month of me doing that, I just sent him a long text. And in so many words, I was like, listen, the door is always open for me to have a relationship with you. The door is never closed on that. I'm always going to be open. but you're going to have to want this too. I know I do, but you're going to have to want it as well. I can't have a brotherly relationship with you by myself. I can't be the only one working on this. So when you're ready to contact me, I will sit here and I'll be waiting for you to contact me. But until then, I'm not finna be constantly calling you, constantly texting you, constantly FaceTiming you. I'm busy just like you might be. But I take out the time to text you and see how you doing. Text you to check in on you. FaceTime you when I can. Call you when I can. You can't even do that for me. So it's just like, so when you ready to talk to me, I'm here. He never responded to that text. That's when they later on, they went to Paris and shit on the sibling adventure. Nobody asked me to go. All this different shit. Like all of them went to New York for my baby sister's birthday. And all I get is a FaceTime call with everybody in the background. Oh my God, we wish you were here. You wish I was here, but you didn't even tell me that y'all was doing that. I feel like y'all called me to hurt my feelings. Y'all didn't even tell me all y'all was going to get together and go to New York for this girl's birthday, for this girl's 22nd, 23rd birthday. None of y'all told me that. I didn't know everybody was together until I got the FaceTime call. That hurt my feelings. Why can't it just, how do you think that's supposed to make me feel? I already feel like I'm the black sheep already. And here y'all go excluding me once again out of something else. That's why I stopped responding in the group chat. And I ultimately removed myself from the group chat. So it's like, I've had my siblings, one of my siblings tell me that they admired me because I was the only one to stand up to the matriarch of our family. And I was the only one that was willing to speak my piece and speak my true feelings about how I felt when the rest of them did not have the strength or the courage to do it. And I'm like, well, if y'all respect me for this, why do y'all treat me like I don't belong then? Like, why is it that when she's around, everybody got to not like me, or everybody got to, you know what I'm saying, make it seem like I don't supposed to be around? You know what I mean? Like, why everybody treat me a certain type of way when I voice my opinion on things? It don't even have to be about her. It could be about anything. I don't think like them at the end of the day. I see things in a different way. But see, the problem with them is they want a person that's going to be a yes man. And that's just something I'm never going to be. I'm never going to be a yes man. That's something I can't do. I'm too strong, and not to mention, I'm too much of a real person to be falling in line with somebody else and what they think that I should be doing. You feel what I'm saying? And my problem is with my dad. Like, me and my dad have a great relationship, but my dad is also an enabler, if you will. He don't want to talk about it. And sometimes that hurts. Because my dad would rather not even acknowledge the fact that I feel disconnected from some of his other kids and his mom and his sister. He sometimes he doesn't want to rock the boat, and that might be a Libra thing. He'd rather not be involved, or he just want us to fix it. But I'm your son. So if I'm telling you that I feel this way, you should hear me out on it. You should not, and I said this to him, so don't get me wrong. As your son, you should hear me out and not just try to sweep things under the rug, because that's what they do. They sweep shit under the rug. They don't want to face it head on. It's like they say that we need to stop acting like strangers, or we need to start acting like family, or act like we're brothers and sisters or whatever. But how are we going to act like we are, or how are we going to be that if no one ever talks about the issue at hand? Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about that. We can't move forward as a family if we don't fix the bullshit that constantly keeps going on. You can't make me be cool with this matriarch of this family when she said in her ways, she don't see that what she does is wrong. She don't see that she makes me uncomfortable. She don't see where she make me feel like I don't exist or I don't belong around them. Like, I don't want to keep coming to somebody's house and every time I see them, they have a problem with everything that I do. I don't want to do that. And when it's an issue with me and some of my siblings, the first thing that my dad says is, well, you the oldest. Fix that. First of all, I ain't the oldest. I'm your second oldest. That's the difference. I'm not the oldest. I'm your second oldest. So when I say that, he says, well, you're the more responsible one out of everybody. That's not fair. That's not fair to put all that on me. Like, that ain't fair to do that to me. You know what I mean? That's not fair to put that on me. And I remember one day me and my dad was talking. This was right before I moved to Atlanta. This is like the week I was moving. And he had asked me about, have I talked to my sisters and brothers? And I said, no. And he was trying to talk to me about being the oldest and trying and just trying to be that person to be that glue to bring everybody together. And I said, I'm the black sheep. So how am I supposed to bring everybody together? They don't fuck with me. They don't support me. They don't like me. They don't like me because I'm not finna sweep shit under the rug for them. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna tell the fucking truth. That's just what I do. I'm gonna tell the truth regardless of what they think. So he felt like I should try to do that big brother stuff, and then regardless of what I feel his mother does, I should just try to have that relationship. And I just flat out got real antsy, real defensive in that whole conversation. And I just told him, I said, listen, we're in a good place and I'm good with you. But if you want to stay good with me, I would rather us not have any conversation about this. Because if you're not going to help me fix this shit, or if you're not going to be one of the reasons, be one of the vessels and bringing this whole family dynamic to a head, then I don't want to talk about this with you. Because all you're going to do is put this all on me and say I'm the oldest, or put this all on me and say I know better, or I could do. I'm not doing it. So we're going to keep on going, playing on this ring around the rosy all the time if we keep talking about this. So I don't want to talk about this no more. And I told my dad that. I said, in order for us to keep a relationship, we don't need to talk about this. Because then now I'm going to be pissed off at you. So he agreed to never talk about it. There was one person in my family that I was like this with. Like, I was so close to them. But one thing that I do know about them is that they on my side with most things. But when it comes down to an aunt or the grandparent, they're not going to be on my side. They're just going to enable that situation. They're going to make it seem like I'm the one that needs to be the bigger person. But when it's them, I'm always on their side if they right. Like, Even with them having a dispute with one of my siblings, when they came and told me what had happened, that's one of my siblings, but they were wrong and I couldn't be on their side. I leaned to that person's side because they were in the right. My sibling was in the fucking wrong. Period. I love you, but I'm not gonna stand with you when you're wrong. Bitch, you wrong. You wrong this person. So I'm gonna stand with them because they didn't do anything wrong, but I'm gonna call your ass out on your shit because motherfucker, you know better. But when it's me, depending on who it is, they don't have my back. That auntie, they're gonna always take their side. That grandparent, they're gonna always take their side. And my thing is this: just because I don't talk to them, to the grandparent or the aunt, now that has impeded on our relationship now, unfortunately. And I really hate that. I hate that so much because I really love this person. And I hate that so much because I don't talk to these two people that has now made us not talk. And that's where we at. My relationships with these two people are like factors in this relationship not working anymore. Because I know that they're not my safe space like I thought they were. I know that when the going gets tough and it's them two over there, they're going to go over there with them. They're going to leave me right over here by myself. Make me look like I'm crazy, knowing that I'm not, knowing that I got a point, knowing that nothing that I'm saying is wrong, but they're going to side with them anyway. I'm the only one that speak the truth. I'm the only one that call out the toxicity. I'm the only one that calls out the narcissism that goes on. I'm the only one that does it. I'm the only one. And it's so hard when you're the only one that refuses to live in this narcissistic family dynamic. I don't have to deal with certain things just because a motherfucker is my family. I don't have to deal with that. I don't have to deal with it. Period. I can't sweep things under the rug. I can't be around people that's going to constantly make me feel like shit. I can't do that. So I remember 2 days before I left Atlanta, I remember having a conversation with one of my family members because I had not really just talked to them. And our relationship was like pretty much like distant for 2 years. And I knew that a lot of that didn't have nothing to do with me and them. It had something to do with the fact that my relationship with my grandmother wasn't there and my relationship with my aunt wasn't there. And I knew that they was on their side. And I decided to be the bigger person to have a conversation with them because when I left for Atlanta, I didn't want to have nothing on me once I left Mississippi. Once I left for like the day before, 2 days before I left, I talked to them. We had a whole conversation for an hour or so. I said everything I ever felt. And I thought in that particular conversation that we were moving forward, but we didn't because even after that conversation, the relationship was it still wasn't the same. Like we wasn't talking to each other. We wasn't calling each other. We wasn't texting each other. We weren't doing none of that. Even after we talked. But it came to a head when one of my Facebook memories came up and I reshared a post that I shared about 2 years ago, which ignited some shit. And it was some funny post about aunties or something. And at the time that I shared it 2 years ago, I didn't have no issue with my aunt. But my aunt took it personal and blocked me on Facebook. And all that while, I didn't even know she blocked me. But then come to find out from one of my sisters that she blocked me because she thought that I made a post about her on Facebook, which I never did. The second time she thought that I made some post about her when I never did. So now I got to police what I post on Facebook. And I reshared that post to make light of the situation. Family member commented, then they got mad with me and all that other shit. And then it's just like, I was like, okay, whatever. All these threats to go low and take it there and all this other shit. And I just felt like this ain't got nothing to do with you. And I felt like this wasn't even meant to be a thing. And the fact that you are talking about going low, and if you want to go low, we can, and all this other shit, when I ain't even said nothing about you or nothing like that, that make me feel like that's something you've been wanting to do anyway. And I just feel like anytime you get into a disagreement with a person and the first thing you want to do is go low, then that means that's what you've been feeling and that's what you've been wanting to say. That's how I feel. So, and that's the way I took it. So when I saw that, I was like, you know what, Scotty? It's over. It's over. And that was like in March of this year. I said, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done trying. I'm done. Because it's pretty obvious that these people don't want to try with me. They are committed to misunderstanding me. They're committed to staying in the same place. They're committed to making me be the bad guy. They're committed to me being the fucking problem. They're committed to that. And it hurts. I'm not going to act like it don't. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts to constantly be misunderstood. It hurts to constantly be trying with these people, even though they never tried with you. Ain't that the crazy thing? They never tried with you. You are the child in this situation. Whether you're 36 or not, you're still the child of the situation. You took out the time to reach out to your grandparent and try to have a relationship with them. You did that. When I say you, I'm talking about me. I did that. They didn't. I did. I took that initiative to do that. I did that. And it still didn't work. So what am I supposed to do? Keep trying? No. No. I'd rather not. Because why do I constantly need to keep on trying to be around people that consistently hurts me? That consistently gaslight me. They consistently play in my face. They consistently make me feel guilty for speaking my mind. They consistently do that. So why try? So once that happened in March, that last time with that whole, if you want to go low, we can, all this other shit, when it didn't even have nothing to do with them at all, didn't have an issue with them at all, but they're speaking up for someone else. It's like, fuck it. Fuck it. So I made it up in my mind. I'm going to move forward without them folks. I'm going to move forward. So I chose to deal with those who want to deal with me. When I won my award, only 2 siblings congratulated me. 2. Out of 6, only 2 congratulated me. When I put my book out, only 2 siblings congratulated me when I put my book out. The day that I had my book release, one of the siblings that I wasn't even speaking to, that I share mom and dad with, they showed up in Atlanta for me alongside my baby brother, which I appreciate her for doing. The other sibling that's been talking to me, she reached out. But the brother that I ain't been talking to, he texts me. I appreciate it. But it's just like this. I decided to just go no contact with some of these folks in my immediate family. Like my cousins and stuff. All my cousins and shit. Oh, all day. Love them. All day. They the ones who showed up at my book release. All day. But my immediate family, like grandmama, auntie, siblings, all that. I'm done with that. I'm done. And the sad part is that I love these people. I really love these people. I got nothing but love for them. I think about them all the time. I wonder how they're doing. My brother got 2 kids. I got a niece and a nephew that I don't even know. And I wish I knew them. I wanted a relationship with those kids, but I know I won't be able to have no relationship with them kids because I ain't got no relationship with their father. It sucks, but it's the truth. So, and they're my blood family. So it's just like, you know, you want to have that with your blood. You do. You want to have that with your blood. But sometimes you just don't. And I'm in the same seat as my mom. My mom is a black sheep of her family. My mom doesn't have a relationship with her mom. She don't talk to nobody in her family outside of her kids. She only talked to one cousin, one auntie, and another cousin. And that's how my mama talked to. She talked to no one in her family. She went to a funeral this earlier this year for our Aunt Louise. Not one person spoke to my mom at that funeral. Not one cousin. Not one, nobody. So this is the reason why, and people get so sick of me talking about them on my videos, but this is why my friendships are so important, because that's the family that I build by myself. That was a family that I chose. I didn't choose my dad and all of them. That was given to me. Jamar and Carl and Tramiel and, you know, JoJo and all my other friends, their family that I chose. I chose them to be my family. And the sad thing is, they have treated me more like family than my own family. And that's crazy. And, you know, I said that next year I'm going to go to therapy to deal with this stuff. You know, deal with these residual feelings of going no contact and being the family scapegoat, because it's hard being that person that's always the one that's always being talked down upon, or being the one that's blamed for everything that happens. I'm always to blame. It's always my fault. I can't never do anything right. It's always my motherfucking fault. All the time. So it's just like, but see how delicate I talk about this shit? Because if I talked about this shit on here the way that I wanted to, they'll get mad. Like I said, like it happened before. Going no contact with these very people that I love so much, but I don't think they love me. It's hard. It's hard. Some days I want to call them just to see how they doing. Some days I want to ask how they children is. Some days I want to buy a plane ticket and fly up there and hang out with them. But why? Why? They don't want to hang out with me. They don't give a fuck about me. Why should I give a fuck about them? It's difficult. If you ask me, it's very difficult. I don't, it's hard to really deal with this type of shit. Like, it's hard. It's very hard. And it's like you really want the shit to stop. Like, you don't really want it to be a situation where you can't come back from it. Because it's like, I tell people all the time, although I'm not talking to the majority of my siblings, if they needed me today and I was able to help them, I would do that. I would actually help them. I would help them. But once I'm done helping, I'm gonna go right back over here and leave them back there. Leave them over there. It's like now I have gotten to the place where I'm learning to love them from a distance. Because if you ask me, if I wasn't related to them, I probably wouldn't even like them like that. Honestly. I probably really wouldn't like them like that if I didn't know them. Then I was talking to one of my friends one day, and one of my friends told me, and I really don't believe this, but they said that they feel like when you are the black sheep or the family scapegoat, you are really the strongest one in your family and you are the chosen one. That's what black sheeps are normally called, the chosen one. And to be honest, they were saying that they feel like it's a little bit of jealousy there because I'm the one that was looked down upon. I was the one that was being downplayed. I was the one that no one believed in. And here I go, putting out books, interviewing celebrities, have a name for myself. That's not what I said. That's what a family member said. They feel like the things that I've accomplished, they didn't think I could. And I'm doing it now, and they're pissed about it. I didn't see it that way because I'm not the type of person who likes to believe that a person is jealous of me. Like, I never say anybody's jealous. I never say that. I never say a soul is jealous of me. I don't like saying it. But my friends always say that they think that these people are asleep jealous of me because I've achieved certain things that they probably felt I couldn't. I don't know, but see, the thing about me is that I don't even like talking about my accomplishments. I don't even like throwing that up. I don't even like for people to give me my acclaim. Like, I don't even do that. But I'm gonna tell y'all one thing that my brother told me, and I'm not talking about my baby brother that I'm always talking about. I'm talking about my other brother who is the golden child in my eyes. He said to me one day, he called me randomly, where he blamed me for not being there for him as an older brother. But I cursed him out because what could I do? I was a child. Our father didn't do his just due by keeping us together. Y'all lived in Jersey. Me and our other sister lived in Mississippi. What the fuck could I do? And when Facebook came along and all of us was on Facebook, I tried to talk to you. I tried to keep in contact with you. You didn't want to keep in contact with me. You didn't want to talk to me. You was ignoring my messages. What was I supposed to do? You saying you wanted the same relationship. You wanted the same relationship that I got with my baby brother with you. You wanted that same relationship. But how could you have that if you don't do your part? See, the difference between you and my baby brother is that I grew up in the house with my baby brother. I'm 11 years older than my baby brother. I practically helped raise him. I was the one who dropped him off at school, picked him up from school, bought his food, bought him clothes, sat through his science projects if my mama couldn't, all this, picked him up from school if he showed the fuck. That was me. I was his second father, so to speak. So the relationship is different. Me and you are a year apart, but the only problem is you were up north, I was down south. We didn't grow up together. We only saw each other once a year. And then when we were teenagers, y'all stopped coming down south. So again, what was I supposed to do? That's not my fault. But after he stopped blaming me for shit, he told me this. He had this analogy, y'all, right? And he said, this was right after I interviewed Candy. So this was 3 years ago when we were still somewhat in a good space. He said, have you ever watched Dreamgirls? And I said, yeah, of course. I love Dreamgirls. He said, Effie White wanted to sing. Effie White always fought to be heard. And nobody listened to Effie White. Everybody always felt like Effie White was the problem. Everybody always felt like Effie White was this. Everybody felt like Effie White was that. You feel what I'm saying? Like everybody felt like she was an issue when all she wanted to do was sing. She went through a moment and she got back up again and she did everything she wanted to do. And he said, I use that analogy because when we was growing up, all you wanted was acceptance. All you wanted was to be heard. And all you wanted was to be understood. And you went through your moments and here you are interviewing celebrities and you got a podcast and people know who you are and all this other stuff. All you wanted was for us to understand you. These are the things that they say to me in private, but they don't keep that same energy when I need them to have that energy. So it's just like, but y'all want me to be tight with y'all. Y'all want me to be big bro to y'all when y'all don't even respect me. Y'all don't support me. Y'all support each other. So it's like, now I'm at this point where it's like, am I wrong for going no contact? Am I wrong for going no contact? Am I wrong for deciding not to deal with these people at all? Am I wrong for just loving people from a distance? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I dramatic? Like, am I doing what I'm supposed to do for my own peace and my own mental health? Because I'm going to tell y'all, I ain't going to sit up here and lie. As hard as it is with me talking about this, and as hard as it has been over the last few months, not trying to talk to these people, I promise you, I've gotten so much peace. I got more peace than I've ever had. I don't know if y'all can see that shit in my reviews or not, but I have a whole lot of peace in my life knowing that I don't have to deal with them, knowing that I'm 6 hours away from most of them. I don't have to see them unless I want to. I feel like, my life ain't perfect, but I smile, I laugh, I let things roll off my back because I don't care. I don't care. Because I know I deserve better than this narcissistic dynamic that they got. I deserve so much more than that. I deserve people that are going to have my back like I had theirs. You feel what I'm saying? Because I be having people back that don't never have mine. I love having peace. It ain't nothing like having peace. I promise you. It ain't nothing like having peace. Nothing. But that don't mean I don't love them. Because I do. But I'm good on trying. I'm good on interrupting my peace to try to have peace with y'all. If it's meant to be, it'll be. But right now, I don't see it being meant to be. I don't want nothing bad to happen to none of them. I don't want nothing but great things for them. Maybe one day we could be a family, but right now I'm not interested. I'd rather be family with people that want me to be family with them. And that's just the truth. I got my friends. I got my cousins. I got my baby brother. I got my mama. I got many people in my life that really rocks with me and really knows me for the person that I really am. And I'm fine with it. So this took a lot out of me to talk about this because, you know, I be trying not to speak on my family issues anymore because of the complaints about it. And not to mention, you know, in the past, when I've talked about my family issues in depth, that was a problem for them. They were mad when I talked about my family problems and things like that. And I stopped doing it. I stopped making videos about them. But now I'm grown. I'm about to be 40. I'm grown. I'm 4 doors away from being 40. Why should I keep on censoring myself for them? For what? So I think that's it. Thank y'all in the comments. I do appreciate that. And, you know, it's crazy how so many people have the same story that you have. One thing that helped me is realizing that a lot of it has nothing to do with you, but everything to do with them. Some people won't be able to show up the way we need them to because they don't know how, which is true too. Which is true. But the thing is, it's just hard when you are made out to be the problem all the time. When I tell y'all, I used to like when I was back home in Mississippi, I literally be minding my motherfucking business. I'll give you a prime example. I'm minding my goddamn business and I'm being sent text messages about Auntie said you was bashing her on Facebook and that's why she blocked you. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't even say I don't even have a problem with her. I ain't even said nothing about her. Why does she think that was about her? Why she didn't call me and ask me that? She got a phone. Why she ain't pick up her phone and call me and ask me? You thinking I got beef with you and I don't. Then I go to Jersey to visit my dad. She comes in with an attitude and I still don't know why she got an attitude with me. And when I go off on her, again, I'm the bad guy. The matriarch, I was told by by one of the relatives that The matriarch was talking about me like a motherfucking dog. You would think that I was a terrible person. And it got back to me that they was talking trash about me. So I distanced myself. When I tell one of the people in this immediate family, they didn't even believe it. Oh, I don't believe that happened. I don't believe she said that. Why would they lie? They didn't even know that I even had a contentious relationship with that woman. Why would they lie? They don't even have a reason to lie about that. I think you're being dramatic with the whole thing with grandma. I think you're being dramatic. How? I ain't even said nothing about this. I ain't talked about my issues with that lady in years. And here y'all go bringing it up to me. But I'm being dramatic about it because I choose to distance myself. I'm the problem. And I ain't even saying nothing. Even when I'm quiet, you still gonna make me the problem. Even when I'm quiet, you still gonna make me the motherfucking problem. Either way. No matter what I do, I'm the problem. It just don't. Y'all, I'm telling you, it didn't matter what I did. It's crazy. Let me see. Let me see what Lyric just said. Scotty, I'm gonna keep it 100. A lot of the issue is you're not the gay little black boy they thought you would always be. When you became a successful man, a lot of them can't wrap their mind around it, and they never will. That's crazy. My mama be saying that too. So you ain't telling no lie. But you know, it is what it is, y'all. I just don't know. I really don't. I don't know. It be crazy though. I literally don't be saying nothing. I be living my life. Even now, I be watching what I say on Facebook. It be so many posts I want to share. But then I don't share it because I know that if I share it, somebody gonna feel like it's about one of them gonna feel like it's about them. And then I got another problem on my hand because they feel like I'm taking shots at them when they're the last thing on their mind. So now I got to police what I post on my Facebook page at the age of 36. I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. I should just block all them hoes. I should just block all them hoes and not give a fuck about what they think. I should just block all of them. Because why should I be policing what I'm posting on my social media? Just to make y'all feel comfortable. So y'all don't feel like I'm talking about y'all. So y'all don't feel like I'm trying to create an issue with y'all. So y'all don't feel like I'm being petty. Y'all should not have that type of control. It's crazy. Let me see. My mother was the black sheep in her family, and it was passed down to us, my siblings, and me. But I don't give a fuck because they can't beat me. Oh my God. At this point, write a book. They're gonna explode, left my ass out. Well, you know what, Lyric? It's really funny that you say that. Because I had an idea since I published my first book. I was going to write another book, and that book was going to be called The Black Sheep. I was going to write a book called The Black Sheep, and it was going to be loosely based on my life. I was going to write it a certain way, but it was going to be loosely based on my life. And I was going to write that and get it published. I actually thought about that a couple of weeks ago. I said, I should write a book that's loosely, not all the way based on my life, but loosely based on my life. The Black Sheep. I should write that and put it out. And I just might. No, for real. I just might. Gonna be like a fictional story, but it's based on my life. Because everybody has been through that. So yeah. Because what I want to do is I want to get my That's Why You're Lonely series out first. But fuck that. I could still get it out. I could still get my That's Why You're Lonely mini series out. I could still do that and still write the Black Sheep as they're coming out. I could still do that. That's what I'm gonna do. So it is what it is. But I appreciate you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys for sharing y'all stories. And I just appreciate you guys for being understanding, because I'm very open about my life. And sometimes that could be a detriment to me, but I'm open and honest about it. And I just want to say that if you are the Black Sheep and if you are the family scapegoat, trust and believe me, that just shows the strength that you got. Because baby, when I tell you I have a whole lot of things being thrown at me, I get blamed for everything, but in the same breath, bitches don't want me to be around. Like when I don't come around, they mad. When I come around, they mad. No matter what I do, they mad. So thank y'all for reassuring me that going no contact is really the best option for me, and it's really not a bad thing for me to go no contact. I appreciate that, y'all. I know that Payne has been sharing their link to the Stylish TV network, but if you haven't subscribed, please go and subscribe, because that is where the show that I'm a part of, The Scene ATL, will be airing at. It stars myself, Carl, JT, Bando, Delon, and DJ. Sometime tomorrow night, I'll be doing a live where we watch the Meet the Cast, and I let you guys come up and give y'all opinions on what y'all see. And when the super trailer come out, I'm gonna do the same thing for that. Okay. But with that being said, y'all, I am up out of here, and I will see you guys sometime tomorrow. Y'all know I go to work late on Tuesday, so what's probably gonna happen is, if it's something worth me talking about, I'm gonna get up early in the morning, do a little pre-recorded Yes for the Mess, put it out there so y'all can have something to watch. And then when I get home, we're gonna go live for the scene. I'm out, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Things I wanna do to you, all the love you try to hide, deep in between those thighs. Ain't too proud to beg for what I want, ain't too proud to beg for what I need. If it's good loving that you want,